You know, when we see people that is truly struggling with drugs and alcohol, and we see where it is taking them in their life, it hurts. It does, man. You know, like I've said before in many videos, I was one of those guys that I put my family on the edge for years. They didn't know when their phone rang if it was somebody calling to say I was dead. And now that I've gotten sober, I've made amends with a bunch of people. And you know, there's still people out there that probably don't give a shit that I'm sober. And I'm all right with that today. See, today I've learned to accept it and love myself, right? I've forgiven myself for the things I've done. But when we see people that we love that is struggling, and we're trying our hardest to help them, and it's just not working, right? We can't change somebody. They have to want change themselves. And it took me a long time to realize that I needed it and that I wanted it. Now, don't get me wrong. When I was getting high, every time I would get high, all I could think about was being sober. But the moment I went into a withdrawal, the only thing I could think about then was getting high. It's a vicious cycle. And I wasn't only addicted to drugs itself, I was addicted to the lifestyle. When you spend so much time in the streets and doing drugs, it becomes a part of you that is very, very hard to get away from. So if you're somebody that has somebody that you love or you know that you keep trying to help and they're just not responsive to the help that you're giving them, sometimes you have to step away. You can't enable them, because as long as a drug addict has an outlet, they will continue to use it. Myself, I knew at times if I did what I was doing, I was going to prison. But the drugs had a hold on me so strong that I didn't care. I truly, honestly didn't, man. I was all for self-gratification. And I loved the way drugs made me feel, because I didn't have to feel the problems that was going on in my life. The responsibilities that I had that I wasn't taking care of, I didn't have to feel them. Every time I would medicate, I could block everything out. Even though I wake up and all the problems were still there, probably even 10 times worse at times, I was searching for that feeling of that moment. So if you got somebody that is truly, honestly not wanting help, sometimes you got to step aside until they realize enough is enough. And hopefully they realize before they die. I love you guys. Stay sober.